Welcome to the darkness, and welcome back to my channel, and also welcome to approximately 10 o'clock p.m. I did in fact not have enough daylight to record this video, but I decided that it had to be done. So yeah, welcome to like a little cozy just chat. We're gonna talk about jobs, getting jobs, looking for jobs, career. This video is an untraditional approach to like job searching or like career. I'm the type of person that went to high school, I went to college right after. I picked a major, I went to the career fair, and then I graduated. A lot of kids at my school would get jobs at the career fair. So when they graduated, they would just start working at their job at like Boeing or Johnson & Johnson or Stryker or Microsoft, Google. For me, it wasn't like that. I didn't have a job right away. I spent a lot of grueling hours applying for so many jobs. And if you've ever done that, which I'm sure many of you have, like I literally know how horrible it is, how hard it is, and how hopeless it feels. I ended up eventually getting a job and I hated it. I almost felt like I had to start from square one and figure out what the freak to do. One pandemic later, I am going to share some things that I've been doing to not only succeed in finding a job, but feel confident and feel worthy in my career as a whole. I needed to put in some work, and that work involved starting something that I sucked at, but doing it anyways. In May of 2020, I started a podcast. To this day, this podcast has maybe like 4,000 total plays. It isn't exactly the numbers you need for brand deals and Hollywood to call you and offer you XYZ ABC 123, and I made $20 off the whole thing. It wasn't about making money for the podcast. It was about doing something that I wanted to do and wishing for the outcome and literally not getting it. Take risks, get rejected, and face your fears. We're in a place in society, now there's a few factors that come with this. COVID and the changing of the workforce, AKA working remotely, working different hours, and two, technology, communication, the spread of social media. You're able to find other people that like the same things you do or like what you do, and you can just do those things that can literally be making salmon bowls, and that can be your work. That can be what supports you. So we're at a time where this is possible. Figuring out what I wanted, what I liked, and what that meant that I was going to do every day. That's the work. Like work to me is an action and what you do and what skills you have and what you offer that you pretty much do every day or 5 days a week or like 3 or 4 days a week if you set yourself up like that. Do you enjoy sitting behind your computer and writing? Do you enjoy talking to people all day? Do you enjoy moving and traveling around and having some computer work and then having some in-person? Do you enjoy doing like tasks, like physical tasks? Do you like listening? And you can like more than one thing, obviously, but you really have to think about what do you like to do? What makes you feel like your best self? I was always someone who was extroverted, but then I realized talking to people every single day for 5 days a week was exhausting to me. Like it really drained my energy more than if I talked to people 2 days a week and the other 2 days I was able to write and be and quiet and think and be creative. When I was applying for jobs, whether it was right after I graduated or right after I lost my job, I don't know how or where I got this memo, but in my mind, I had to show up as this perfect, I'll do whatever you say, obedient, I'm going to impress you so much person. I was the one that was having to be like, oh my God, I love your company and this, and like selling my soul. I sold my soul. I tried to sell my soul. It never worked. I tried to sell my soul to every single company, every single person that crossed my path. You have to realize, this is again something I was never told, that it's a two freaking way street. And as much as you're interested in the company, you want to find a match that's interested in you back. And you don't have to try so freaking hard, okay? Like, think about this. Think about your dating life. In relationships, if I was the one calling all the time, texting all the time, always inviting you on dates, always paying for the dates, if I'm just vomiting myself onto you, that's not a relationship. Like, you have to have give and take. They have to be interested in you too. But the way they're interested in you isn't by you putting on a freaking performance and show and like smoke and mirrors and props and like all that is way too much. Showing up as just myself and like being normal, and then recognizing that it's okay if they're not a good fit for you back, and finding somebody in a company that values you and you value them back. Like, it's literally a two-way street. You need to grow your self-worth. What? Like, that's awkward. What do you mean? How we get the things in life that are not only meant for us, but that we want, is we work on ourself and our self-worth and our deservingness. I did not come up with this idea. The TBM, To Be Magnetic, expanded podcast and neuromanifestation is the one that's taught me about self-worth. I will link them. So let me paint a little picture for you. Think about when you're a kid and you go for a day, right? You get up in the morning, you put on what you want to put on. Why do you pick those clothes? Like, why do we wear the certain clothes that we wear? Because we like them. Well, why do we like them? Because that's just our personality. I like polka dots, you like stripes, I like pink, you like purple. It's as simple as that. Think about when you go get ice cream. Why do I get vanilla and you get chocolate? It's just what we want. So think about that in a more complex adult way. As an adult, what do I want? Do I want to write music? Do I want to write a book? Do I want to work on airplanes? What do I like? I don't care if you went to college for it. I don't care if it's something you've done once and everyone told you you were bad at it. What do you like to do? And once you identify what you like, you have to then work on the muscle of believing you are destined for it. You need to write down a list. It can be your career dream list. It can be your job dream list. It can be a bridge job, which is just a job that helps you get from where you are now to where you want to be. It's just like a bridge. Those are TBM's words. So, do you want to work from home? How much money do you want to make? You can write all that down in a list. Then you need to keep track of the jobs and the people and the places and everything that you talk to. For the most part, I think we all know that right now, especially, you really have to, or at least this is my limiting belief, have to apply to a lot of jobs. Some of the jobs I write down if I'm really excited about them, and then some I just kind of like, I get in the flow and I just, write some down, don't write some down. I literally wrote one, writing project manager, I took a test. Number 2, HVAC, I got a first round interview, haven't heard back. 3, I DM'd someone on Instagram I was interested in helping out. 4, I DM'd someone about a podcast. So I write all of it down. And then where you see this little star is where I got one of the jobs. So I have all the jobs listed here and just notes, and my strategy is to apply on wherever I apply and then dig and search for a contact and guess emails, and I think you all know that stuff by now, and follow up once after applying, and then one more time if you don't hear back. And then after that, okay, how many times are you gonna ask someone out before you just move on? Like, hopefully not more than once or twice, because we don't need that energy. And then I just archive them to reach out in the future, and you really like never know. And it's just networking. And if you're doing it with an industry you're interested in, people that you admire, you're gonna be invested in it. It's not gonna be like those first jobs that you applied for where you're just like, I don't care, I'll take anything. Like, that desperate energy is only gonna get you desperate, probably shitty jobs back. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. I want to get into more specifics, so I will work on a video like that. But in the meantime, please drop your questions so that I could maybe even answer them in a part 2 video, because this is just like such important stuff that I've been personally doing in my own life. And I just know how hard the job market is right now, and just like all the freaking feelings of the past 2 years. Like, I feel you, and I just wanna hopefully help someone else with their job search and their career. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another video. Don't forget to grow up, don't give up, and have a good night. Bye. And it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna get a job. I promise you. Promise you.